Now, that time, I posted these pics on Instagram a couple months ago. Check the material.
All out that time, I posted these pics on 2 or 3 months prior. Check the material. For what reason did this occurred? After I won't go there yet, darling. I'm exhausted. Are you gay? No. What individual before gracious? I could do without that. Who is it, a young lady or a person? What sort of inquiry is that? Did Con Rock simply uncover something about Blueface participating in cozy exercises with his male companions, right when we thought the show among Chrisean and Blueface couldn't get more chaos? Tik Khan openly unveiled that Blueface has been involved sincerely with men. This disclosure came during a warmed internet-based contention. There have been reports about Blueface's inclinations previously, yet Chone's affirmation, upheld by proof, appears to give a response concerning why Blueface battles to keep up with great associations with his youngsters' moms. For those following the web buzz, the continuous fight among Blueface and Chrisean has been obvious. It begun when Blueface went to Khan's place. C took her kid and stood up to her caretaker anyway. The circumstances raised further as of late, when Blueface referenced furtively directing a DNA test that uncovered the child wasn't his. He said, "I chose to sneak and trade the experimental outcomes. The results showed that I'm not the dad." It's a clashing inclination, to some degree self-contradicting, on the grounds that I was starting to acknowledge it. In any case, it's for the best. Thank you, Jesus. I can't reject that. I'm feeling better as of no. True to form, Crone had enough of all the show and answered by sharing a video of herself eliminating the tattoo of Blue's face from her neck. And as we probably are aware, Blue lashed out when he saw this and went on Twitter to blame her for being engaged with Offset while they were still attached. He referenced that having somebody's face inked on you isn't something to gloat about. Blue added only half a month prior, "You were laying down with Cardi B's better half. I'm worn out on men giving me looks. While they are with you, dispose of every one of them quickly, please." What is going on was extraordinarily untidy and pointless, regardless of whether Chrisean was engaged with Offset. What does that have to do with her not needing his face on her neck any longer? Khan chose to fight back and uncovered him for being hush. She professed to have seen some mystery content in his hunt history, which was the explanation she chose to leave him for good. She took to Twitter and said, "We should talk regarding hope. I found that substance in your new pursuit history. That is the reason I really concealed the tattoo. I misunderstood his face on my neck. There's nothing with being sexually open. Just told somebody before they fall head over heels. Genuinely, I'm persuaded that both Blue and Chain need help." This man posted their child's ailment on the web and abused her. He keeps on denying being the dad of her kid, and goes similarly as getting drawn into Jaden just to incite Chrisean anyway, his supposed closeted home. Oh, sexuality is where she defines the boundary. It's fantastic, yet you see the explanation. Individuals weren't that shocked when Khan blamed Blueface for being hush. Is that this isn't the initial time he's confronted such charges. Only 2 months prior, an exceptionally famous cross-dresser named Cole Carrion spilled the tea about an occurrence, including Blueface. As per Cole, Blueface slid into his DMs and requested to hang out after Cole posted a bunch of photographs on Instagram cross-dressed, yet that tis not all. Cole additionally shared a video purportedly showing Blueface taking part in obscure exercises with a very much like man tattoos on his stomach, like blue countenances. As expected, Blueface denied all that and demanded that he's never had any contribution with Cole. He expressed, "I'm not suing anyone for slander, assuming that you accept that it's on you." Apparently, he thinks about all of this just diversion. He isolates his existence from the virtual existence where everybody is by all accounts imagining and lying for preferences and endorsements. As per him, he exemplifies reality anyway. Many individuals didn't get involved with that idea at all. Many estimated that the explanation Blueface didn't sue Cole for criticism was on the grounds that Cole could have delivered significant proof to court, and Blueface certainly doesn't have any desire to manage that sort of a conflict. One more component that drove individuals to scrutinize Blue's sexuality is his curious obsession with continuously scrutinizing his 6-year-old kid. He continues to scrutinize his kid's sexuality despite the fact that the kid could not completely fathom the idea. Recollect that time they were on IG Live and suddenly he inquired as to whether he was gay. The kid answered with disarray, saying, "No, what are you referring to? Come on yet?" Blue took it further. He welcomed a gathering to his home to move around him. The kid was plainly confused and intrigued, so he left to get a tidbit. Blue followed him diligently, pushing the issue of whether he was gay. It appeared as though he was extending his own vulnerabilities onto his kid more than once, posing similar inquiries. Besides, an as of late re-emerged video showed Blue meeting a few people at a terrible young men club tryout. He showed eventually more keen on getting some information about their direction, especially assuming they were gay, as opposed to zeroing in on some other inquiries. In a single example, the discussion went like this: for what reason are you gay? The individual answered, I'm not gay. I let you know I'm pansexual. Blue appeared to be astounded yet dazzled. Then there was a second when Khan indicated Blue conceivably being sexually unbiased during a warmed contention on K's livestream. While they were live, Blue uncovered that he had been close with a little individual before Khan promptly became disturbed and begun examining him regarding the individual's character. Rather, as opposed to expecting, it was a young lady, considering Blue distinguishes as a straight man. Sean found out if it was a kid or a young lady. This raised doubts among many individuals about whether Blue could covertly be sexually unbiased. As all of you can see, what is going on has been scrutinized various times throughout the long term. The astounding thing is, in spite of Khan's new cases, Blueface didn't waste any time trying to deny it, as he typically did. He totally quit participating in internet-based contentions with her, presumably in light of the fact that he realizes Khan will, in general, express her real thoughts and wouldn't hold back to spill some serious tea, as consistently individuals had a ton to say regarding what is going on by and large amidst the progressing and wild show among Blueface and Crone Rock. The new disclosure about Blueface's supposed heartfelt contribution with men has added another layer of intricacy to a generally muddled circumstance. While general society might have known about bits of gossip in regards to Blueface's incline, Sean's Pran's divulgence, upheld by clear proof, has carried the hypothesis to another level. The quarrel among Blueface and Crone has unfurled freely, including allegations of unfaithfulness, paternity questions, and presently conversations about Blueface's sexuality. The disclosure about Blueface's supposed mystery associations with men has given a possible clarification to the difficulties he faces in keeping up with good connections, especially with the moms of his kids. The whole adventure has been set apart by a progression of online showdowns, public expulsions of tattoos, and allegations of inclusion with different superstars. The chaotic circumstance arrived at a peak when Khan professed to have found compromising substance in Blueface's hunt history, provoking her choice to cut off the friendship. Strangely, notwithstanding Khan's new cases, Blueface has decided not to participate in his standard web-based contentions, possibly flagging a shift in his way to deal with tending to these bits of gossip. What is going on stays turbulent and has touched off conversations and theories across different web-based stages. Fundamentally, the continuous show among Blueface and Chrisean Stone has veered off in a strange direction with the disclosure about Blueface's supposed mistreatments with men. So will Crone Rock give additional proof to help her statements, and what will Blueface answer potential disclosures that could mean for his public picture? What do you honestly think about this? Let me in the remarks segment underneath, and assuming you at any point need to fulfill your tattle desires, remember to buy into Star Report's Thank